he got a deal with the feds. His handler, who was his handler, was a deputy DA, and he made a proffer agreement with the feds because he got busted with drugs. He never dealt with Keefe D like that. It was never. You think Puffy gonna get somebody $1 million? And just so happened, well, Puffy knew from New York that a killing was gonna go down today.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Man, you know, it's one thing I definitely want to talk to you about, man. And I know you being one that you knew about. You hung around Tupac back in the days when he was around and had duties and whatnot. But I watched a guy on another podcast, Keefe D. Now, I don't know LA business, but he got on this podcast and he started talking about what was going on with Pac and the dude Lonzo, whoever the guy was in the car, and all this stuff started strumming up, you know, different things. And then all of a sudden I'm watching the news. Well, I'm really not watching the news because stuff pop up on your IG and all on your, you don't even have to watch the news. It's coming to you whether you like it or not. And boom, they say we raiding the house, reopening a Tupac case. It messed my head up 30 years later.
Yeah, this guy, and I don't know Keefe D from a can of paint.
Yeah.
He's in a different era than me, but I was there the night that this happened, right? I was on a detail I just left, did a detail with Pac, Gridlock. We just finished the movie Gridlock, and myself, Captain Shahid Muhammad out of the Nation of Islam, but we had the Nation of Islam on mic at the time. And so this guy Zip, that was supposed to have given him the gun, and I've been talking to Big Low and Abdullah that was on the detail, and Anthony. We were all in the dressing room after the fight. Now, like I say, I don't know this guy Keefe D at all. I don't remember him, but Zip was in the locker room at that time. Zip left the locker room, went to the underground, and went to Mike's house. Mike had just had a baby, his little daughter, and they went back to the house off of Eastern. So Zip, from my understanding, left with the Mike Tyson entourage. With all the cameras and everything, where's the picture of him giving Keefe D a gun? Now, gangbanging is real in the city of Bompton, California. This is some serious shit. Now, this brother Orlando, he's a South Side Crip. Arch enemies with the mob, Ludus Park, Hollywood, and Limehood. Those are arch enemies. At the time, Death Row was the biggest thing since Mother's Oatmeal. Suge bought about almost 1,000 tickets for PIRUs to come to the fight. You feel what I'm saying? Any Crip out of their mind if they think they gonna come to Vegas by themselves. Orlando's a gang member. On that footage, why would he stand there in the auditorium by himself? Keefe D said it was 3 of them came together. Where was the other 2 men when he got into the altercation? This thing was it's deeper. Keefe D ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, for one. You dig what I'm saying? So now we say, well, from the incident, when this incident first happened in the MGM Grand, they're talking about that Orlando got beat down. So when did he meet with Keefe D and the other 2 guys and get in the white Cadillac? And from Compton to Las Vegas is less than 400 miles. We all carry guns. Why would a man way from New York have to give a man from California a gun? How does that sound illogically? And then when you look at the incident, they came out of Las Vegas Boulevard, came down Las Vegas Boulevard to Flamingo. 662 was on Flamingo, 1700 East Flamingo. So when they got shot, if Keefe D was coming from where the club was and looking for him, and they made this massive U-turn, how is Suge's rims, he had to hit the curb on the right side, and you came up on the right side, How does it, and out of this whole thing, nobody sees the car. It's a white Cadillac. How do you get back to Compton and never get stopped? I'm telling Keefe D this, out of my mouth to his. He better do a snowfall. He better do a freeway Rick. And tell him, because partner, your story don't line up. Now they don't need you anymore. Now they're gonna come up with some shit called forensic. Niggas can't beat forensics. You understand me? And he ain't sharp enough to, what he doing with a computer? He can't even play on his phone. The man is a dummy.
What would they be looking for in his house 30 years later?
Man, it's time to eliminate him, because this is bigger than what people think. It was a move to get rid of Suge. Suge did not play with the rules that white America wanted him to play. And it wasn't white America. This is a Compton thing. And it's elements in Compton that happened, and they seen where they could make a move. Look at the people that profited. Everybody that didn't have the story of what they wanted to be here. Frank Alexander, dead. Michael Moore, dead. Buncherell, dead. All the members in the car with Orlando, but Keefe D, dead.
So why only him still alive?
He only alive for right now, huh? The story went on that everybody believed. Well, Keefe D said, how you say that's before and after a fact. He got a deal with the feds. His handler, who was his handler, was a deputy DA, and he made a proffer agreement with the feds because he got busted with drugs. He never dealt with Keefe D like that. It was never. You think Puffy gonna get somebody $1 million? And just so happened, well, Puffy know from New York that a killing was gonna go down today, and just so happened Zip had a Glock 40 to give to the murderers. You know, so you have to start looking at logic. How does, you know, we Negroes, we deal with emotion. Oh yeah, he killed. And then 9 months later, after Orlando gets killed, amazingly the Compton PD go to his girlfriend's house and get the murder weapon. Brought it back to Vegas, and like, Vegas, get that shit out of here. What this bull, this that Compton mess again. Well, Vegas blew the investigation. No, they didn't. Gaddafi was one of the outlaws. He described who arm was out, and it wasn't no tall, dark-skinned dude that he described. Man, we don't talk to the police. Telling somebody don't talk to the police. And
strange.
Gaddafi dead too, right?
Because you said this was all a plot to get Suge out the way, but once Suge was arrested and he's in prison, why even drum all of this stuff back up?
But you have to keep, you know, the devil. The only way the devil has power is to keep chaos, huh? So the only way I can establish my power. Okay, let's look at how Suge got arrested. Orlando never pressed charges on him. Las Vegas Police Department never pressed charges on him. So how did LA get this information? Who told him that Suge was there? And the one thing about it, the only person in the world that ain't even a gang member is Suge. He ain't never told on nobody. Everybody told on him, but he's never told them. The DA asked him something to do. That's why he got the 9-year violation. He said, man, I ain't telling you nothing.
But we should know who told on him, because it should be in court documents.
It is. It is, but we look all over the top of it. It's like it says, plain as the nose on your face. You don't want to look at your own nose. You know, so that incident happened there. It's bigger than Keefe D.
It's bigger than Keefe D.
Way bigger than, man. Look at that man. Got a room temperature IQ. He couldn't mastermind his way out of a paper sack. But he better do a snowfall. He better
start talking.
He better tell on, say, man, who made that story up for you?
Man, that's crazy, because I heard he was writing a book or something.
He can't write. He can't spell his name. White folks is writing a book for him. He wrote a book. Now, I don't know. I wasn't there. He just allegedly, he got a book deal.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk.